All right, this is the reaction video for Ermac, the Kombat Kast. So let's get into it. Let's see what they got in store for us. My boy Ermac. Let's see the goodies. Okay. Let's get it.
The Kombat Kast starts now.
Let's get it. Let's go, Ermac.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kombat Cast, a very exciting Kombat Cast.
Yes, it is.
So we are going to show Ermac today. Ermac has been one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat forever.
He was like your first. He was your
Yeah.
He was my first main.
He was your first main when I met you.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to show Ermac. I will be doing it today, which is fun.
Oh.
So there will be some mess ups, and I'll get some help
Can't
online
wait.
from
Let's
that.
count them out together.
Let's count them out. But so I'll be showing Ermac today. Very excited. Before we get started, though, I am Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios.
I'm Derek Kurtzik, one of the designers here at NetherRealm Studios.
Stephanie Brombeck, QA lead.
At NetherRealm Studios.
Everyone knows that.
She doesn't do that. That's become a bit. It's become a bit now. So here's the deal. Before we get started on showing Ermac and talking about some of the stuff that's happening with this update. Let's show the Ermac trailer one more time for those of you who've not seen it.
Booyah.
Okay, one more time. Why not? It's a good trailer. It's a good one. Man, I'm excited. I've been waiting for this since we got the gameplay
You have
trailer.
shamed the souls of your ancestors. Which of my ungrateful kin are within you?
Let's go. They didn't really show his movement in this trailer. If you look, it's like slight taps, not to show how fast he is. So I wonder why they were hiding that.
Fight.
Look, little taps. Tap. What if he moves like that? He just tap, and jump. Okay, that was just moving a little bit. So it's gonna be slow, it looks like.
You might be many, but I am the one.
We're about to find out.
You are not even Earthrealm's champion.
Let's go. I'm so excited for this character. I haven't played Ermac since Armageddon. You know, I just got back into Mortal Kombat.
You've
with Mortal
changed
Kombat
since we
1
first met.
We
and
believe for the better.
Deadly Alliance was the last one I played, I believe. Or Deception. Whichever one came last. Those are, before playing Mortal Kombat 1, those are the last Mortal Kombat that I played. I've been loving it so far. I know the game has gotten some hate, but I really like it. It was just the MK community. You know, at one point they talked about microtransactions and how it's Tekken better in Street Fighter, but they're charging high prices also for their DLC, so I don't think Mortal Kombat 1 is going too bad.
Finish him.
And not only that, the other games, I'm gonna watch this one. I get back to it. This is my favorite fatality, by the way, in the game. Liu Kang, Black Hole, Gears, you know, he reached to the portal, take off your head. Quan Chi, take off your own head. Those are all great fatalities. Even Johnny Cage, the little shadow kick into his Lamborghini. But that's my favorite. So, yeah, like I said, Mortal Kombat, I don't think they're doing too bad with the transactions compared to other games. All right, let's get it.
There it is. And incredible. Ermac got a lot of really good responses.
A lot of
on
souls.
social.
A lot of souls.
I love that it's not your typical telekinesis as it's been.
No.
It's using the souls within him to help him fight, which I think is awesome.
Yeah. I like the really big monster. He's probably my favorite.
And let's not forget Movado. I'm really excited to have him back as a cameo.
I have really enjoyed the Movado Ermac team up. Movado, I think, we'll talk about it later, but a really fun new addition for what he can bring to the fight. I mean, he's really cool to play with.
And he's fancy.
Super fancy.
Super fancy.
Really dig him. But let's talk a little bit about what's coming up with this patch.
Sure.
Okay.
Derek, let's talk about invasions and things like that.
Hi, DK here, talking about invasions. So, we've added in a few new types of encounters. A combo trial, where you have to defeat like a malfunctioning cyborg with a single combo, and also things that we're calling character trials, where we force you into a specific character and have you use their moves to get through this scenario we've put together for it. They're a lot of fun. There's a tough one out there, and I'm excited for when people actually get to beat it, because it's hard. And also we've made more missions optional as well. We don't want people to get like stuck in their progression because of a survive mission might be hard or one thing or another. We really want to make sure that everybody's able to progress through these, and so we've made more missions optional for players.
Yeah, these are really fun. Like an example would be there's one where there's targets, and Kung Lao, you have to do the hat toss and then aim the hat to hit the targets.
Okay.
Or you got to
Goofy stuff
manipulate
like that.
sand with Garrus, or you've got to do special moves with Johnny Cage to avoid things. So there's a wide range of them, and we hope you guys enjoy them, and we want to keep making more of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing these myself. I'm very busy, so I don't get to play the game as much as I used to back in the past, and I made time to play all these because I think they're very wacky and funny.
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's pretty much it. Well, I'm kidding. So, it's the season of the storms.
Okay.
Raiden is our new invader.
Let's go.
And I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Of course, we'll have a new Titan battle and all our normal shenanigans, free character trials as well, in which we've removed the level requirement to get into the gateway. So as soon as there's a character trial, you can just go right in there and not wait to be level 5 to go into the gateway.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. A couple other things we want to talk about. King of the Hill is now cross-play.
Woo!
So now you can
Nice.
play with people on different platforms.
There we go.
Yes, you can use your social invites for your friends from crossplay or first party.
I like that.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
that's, I know people have been asking for that. It's finally here. We're excited
Nice.
for you guys to get in and I know you do, a lot of people do their tournaments that way and things
Yep.
like
Yep.
that. So that'll be awesome. Glad that
Perfect.
has made it to Mortal Kombat 1.
Perfect.
Couple characters have received maybe some new moves.
Very
Oh,
exciting.
yes.
Scorpion might have a new string that's been added.
Okay.
Here's one that I think will be fun for a lot of people. Garrus, for the Garrus players, there's now a UI element at the bottom that shows how many times he's used his countdown.
Okay.
So you and the opponent will always know when he's at 3.
Okay.
Correct.
So
Yep.
that's something people have been asking for, so we got that in there. Rain.
He's got a couple of new moves.
Rain has some new moves,
Okay.
which is neat. Reptile has a new long-range projectile he can
Yeah,
use.
he's got like the MK2 classic spit that goes
How did that
full
go again?
screen.
Right, so you got a full new move for him, and he also his drop you can now cancel out of.
Yeah, he kind of flips back and goes invisible.
Yeah, it's really neat. Kind of help you with mix-ups and things like that. One of the big ones, I think, which is going to excite people, is Shijinko.
Yes, he's been meditating and learning new techniques.
This whole time.
Yes.
Shijinko has a lot of new techniques that he has learned. We're now going to show you just a little tiny supercut of some of the new stuff that he can do.
Okay.
Is that a thing of supercut?
I'm going to call it that.
Okay.
So we're going to show that real quick, show you some other things that he can do. Let's take a look.
That's exciting because nobody really plays him. That's a better move. Nice. There we go. They gave him better moves. Because some of the moves he had were useless. There we go. I like it. I like it. Card. That's really cool. Wow. Okay. Oh, that's Rain. Nice. This should be a lot more useful.
There we go. A lot of neat, cool stuff. Got the Reiko grab.
What
Yeah.
can't he do?
I think stealing Li Mei's lantern is very fun.
You're going to find a lot of really neat things you can now do with Shijinko. Had to experiment with it because there's a lot of new stuff that'll be happening with this. Just a real big change to how he works as a cameo. So there's going to be a lot of time in the lab for those who want to learn Shijinko.
Yep.
Another thing, we just so you know, we are on TikTok. We've been doing TikTok for a while. People are maybe watching right now live on TikTok. Hello. We do have an AR filter on TikTok, which you can get to if you scan the QR code on our Twitter and Facebook and Threads, and it'll access that cool filter.
I don't know what any of the things you just said.
I know.
It sounds great.
I feel like such a youth right now.
Such a youth. That's what they say.
That's what they do. It'll tell you what your cameo is on there, so you can use that and post it all around.
What do you think mine would be?
I'm gonna say Melina.
She's not a cameo.
I know. Well, so this has a lot of characters in it.
Oh, okay.
It's like it follows a lot of the characters in there.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'll ask my kid how to do it.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Do that. Another good thing coming up very soon in May, at the end of May, Combo Breakers coming back, which we all
Love it.
a lot of us will be there. Yep. It's a really cool event.
Nice.
So if you want to play Mortal Kombat there, make sure you sign up at the Combo Breaker website. We're very excited about Combo Breaker.
Excited.
Always one of the coolest tournaments of the year.
Super cool event, and we'd love to see you there. Big shout out to Rick, as always, it's a good friend of the studio.
Gotta love Rick. Gotta love Combo Breaker.
To me, the easiest way to sell anyone on Combo Breaker.
Do you want to have fun?
Well, yes. One of the first things you see when you enter the venue, at least last year, was an Ultimate MK3 arcade cabinet.
Yes.
Like in the lobby.
Right.
I just entered and was like, all right, we're good.
Yep. So if you want to go to that, please do. It's a great time. We'd love to see you there. But I think we should probably hop on to what we're here for.
Yeah, Ermac.
Ermac.
Now, Ermac in this game, I'm going to try to explain him. It's like we like to do. Ermac's a rushdown character in this game. He doesn't have the projectiles you're sort of used to. He still has a lot of the stuff you'll remember, your lifts you saw in the trailer, obviously. But he's more of a rushdown character. And it's not always low and high. He's more of a rushdown character that uses a series of really cancels he can use to keep the pressure going.
So you're going to be doing cancels?
We'll see what we can do.
I've seen you be very good at your desk.
Thank you, and we'll see if that translates to now.
Right.
But yeah, so you can do, different sort of cancels and into hit confirm. Maybe sneak some throws in there. He plays a little differently than some of the past Ermacs, but those who've played Ermac before, everything you've always loved, he has for you.
Yeah, I do think he has pretty much all of the classic movie you expect: the push, the lift, the teleport. But a lot of them visually look different and have some neat functionality, like little spice to them.
One thing I really like about him too, and I think people will learn quickly, is that his combo freedom is pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of different stuff you can do combo-wise and way to get into combos with Ermac, which is going to make people pretty excited.
But I also don't think he's going to be that hard to play. I think there's going to be a lot of options. Mm-hmm. And I think it'll require a little bit of execution, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I never find a lot of analysis paralysis while I'm playing him. Okay. If I don't want to do the harder stuff, I don't have to. But if it's there and I'm able to do it, I will. Like, I think a lot of different levels of player will enjoy Ermac.
So simple, but with depth.
Yeah. Okay. I honestly feel like that's been a lot of our characters.
It is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of characters like you can just get the ground running and do the fun specials and do really cool stuff in combos, or you can dig in deeper and play longer and really get to the real deep stuff of the character. The meat, yes.
Meat.
So, now that we've talked about Ermac, let's see how he plays.
Let's do it.
All right, here we are, Ermac.
Okay.
With the mask.
With the mask, and the mask was pretty praised.
Yeah.
Like the mask.
And he has some of his gear.
It's a nice mask.
Is some of the coolest.
It's gnarly.
There's a helmet that I have been wearing exclusively, which I will not talk anything more about. His movement's awesome.
I love the weird marionette way he walks back and forwards. I think our design team and our animators have really nailed the kind of spooky mummy man
on his knees.
undead
He's
guy.
not a
Yeah.
mummy, but
Cool throw. We got the Movado throw, and then just crumples
Very
you.
painful.
Yeah, so let's talk about
Is it 80?
Ermac. One of his main strings people are really going to enjoy.
okay.
One of my favorites, kind of old school.
Let's do it.
One of those strings that ends in a grab at the end.
Very reminiscent of like the ultimate
you
MK3 kind
amplify
of
it
lift,
to
except
slam
he
him?
throws him over, but that kind of hand gesture reminds me of it, which
Multiple
is
times?
cool.
Probably easier to do.
Yeah.
And if you want to, you don't have to do the ending, and it's a knockdown.
Okay.
But why wouldn't you lift?
Yeah, because it's too cool.
There's
Boom.
extra damage.
Do you lift, bro? Remember that?
This is one of his main strings too that I love using. 2-1-2. Pop up.
Yep.
It immediately goes into pop, and you can combo after that if you want to. Just super cool. Like one of those moves people really enjoy because it takes a lot of the onus off of you. It's a pop up combo. You get way up in the air and you can do
Quality.
stuff.
And I think you'll see that he has a lot of really cool air combos and air enders and stuff
He
like
has
that.
He has some of the most air
It's
moves in the
quality
game,
a
I would
little
say.
bit.
That's because he's Ermac.
There we are.
Ermac.
This move,
Funny.
he kicks you and then
Uh-oh, okay. We're still going. Come on.
Burst the
There we
souls.
go.
and it, for a string does a good amount of damage. This can be canceled out with some stuff that we will show later, so we're going to hold off on that a little bit.
You're working up to it.
We're going to work up to it.
Okay. Well, let's take it down a little bit. Sorry for the interruption. Quality, that's too much. So we'll go to 480.
His Torch 4 is really neat. This is this knee. And then Torch 4-3, it knocks them away. This is another move
116?
that, on the outset, looks just like a kind of a jumping knee.
Right.
A lot more is going to come from that later. We will get back to that as
Yeah,
well.
you'll notice he's airborne, which
Yes.
we'll talk about.
Keep that in mind.
Looking.
Yes, it knocks them into the air. And it knocks them into the air. And what you're
I like it.
stating, Ermac's
He
in
is
the air.
airborne, yes.
Yes. 4-2-2 is an overhead.
Okay.
So, like we said earlier, it's not a lot of overhead
Overhead.
lows with Ermac. This is one thing you kind of throw out and fish, and knock them down, knock them away, or just throw the overhead out and cancel into a special.
It's also worth considering, while he may not have the best lows, the cameo systems means
Absolutely.
there are characters like Kung Lao and Frost that have good lows.
Absolutely. But this is a great one to start out there. Has a good amount of range.
Yeah.
Good amount of range.
Nice.
Back 2-4 is a cool
What?
sort of just trapping bounce. And it can be special canceled as well. If you want to.
Can't wait to see pros
That's
play
the
this
full
guy.
move. It knocks you fully away. And then you can do like a lift off. And more
Nice.
stuff, obviously, but that's just where you are there. This move is a ton of fun. This is just his back 3. It's kind of like a get the heck off me move. Just sends you full back. A specter comes out and knocks you backwards. Gives you a little distance when you need it. With
Right.
It seems like he does do a lot of things to get distance as well.
He does, and he has a couple of things that can get him back in range as well. Let's talk about some special moves. As
Teleport.
we've seen earlier, we got the classic lift.
Yep, that
Nice.
big skeletal witch lady.
Now you can also meter burn that to trap them
Nice.
and do air combos or whatever you want to do after that, which is super cool. A lot of fun. A lot of stuff you can do with that. He's got his push
Yep.
and has a good amount of range. That's
That's
the kind
my
of
guy.
thing.
That was
Yeah,
my
right?
guy.
That's your guy. It's one of those good things when you're playing Ermac where you can always sort of like be checking people who are trying to move in on you.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they have to be really safe because there's a good amount of distance there. When you use meter on that, it is also armored.
Which is a great armor move. You can use that to beat projectiles, long-range normals. You could like whiff punish with it.
Right. And that's full. I just did pretty much max distance right there, and that's
You got some good range.
just good range.
Got some good range.
That is good.
Of course, the teleport.
Right.
This teleport is very interesting. So see, I'm starting on the ground. I teleport. I end on the ground.
Yeah, still on the ground there.
I can also go up. So I can go on the ground or the air.
Do it again now, what?
So I can go up, or I can do it from the air. You can go up. You can do it to the air.
Go down.
Go back down.
Wow.
So like any up, down, you can mix and match.
Mind blown right now.
One thing that's fun to do too is you can actually kind of go up here with it, and you're right in their face.
Right.
And you know, a lot of people might do something to you. A lot of people won't. So that's a lot of fun too.
It's also going to be a thing that's really going to add to their mental stack when you have multiple options coming up. They're going to have to look for the teleport and then
that
also
looks
guess
good.
how you're going to
looks
teleport
really
back
good.
in.
Right. Big thing. Down back 2 is this. Oh, that's not that.
Oh.
Did it wrong.
It's another one.
Hover.
Okay.
So hover does quite a few things. You're hovering. You can cancel it early, that sort of thing. If you meter burn it, it's quicker. And we'll explain that in a second. So remember that knee we talked about?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about that knee.
So you can cancel
Very cool.
into knee
Okay, you
with
actually
tele-
practice his
with
combos.
levitate. So you can continue pressure. So I can do that. Maybe I come down and I throw. Lots of things you can do with that. So if he's in the air, he can do his levitate, which opens up a lot of things. Like this string I showed earlier. You
He's
can
really
do
going to come up with some crazy stuff.
things.
Very cool.
Missed it. Hold on, sorry. So I can levitate out of it.
Okay, Lanny.
Right.
Nice.
Into a full combo.
You got it in less than
300?
3 tries.
Right. Feel
You're
really
just a
good
normal
about it.
person.
I'm just a normal human being. And hover's super cool. So it's just you always
How long can
I
you hold
love
it?
that kind
That's
of
it.
UMK3
Pose, yeah.
pose. It's
once you start putting this pressure on, like where does it go, right? And that's gonna be really fun for a lot of people to play with. I've really enjoyed it.
So sometimes when I'm like alone in my apartment, I do that pose, and that's not weird, right? Everyone does that, right?
Absolutely
Fun.
normal.
Okay.
Let's talk about some new stuff to Mortal Kombat 1's Ermac.
Okay.
First off, there's this move called Death's Embrace,
Okay.
where he comes out, a spirit touches him, and he gets this sort of shield on him.
Right.
While that is active, and it lasts 5-6 seconds, there it went away, your health bar is now your meter. So you are getting meter taken off instead of health. Right?
Wow.
So a very clear scenario would be you're about to lose. You
Right.
have only 1 hit left,
Wow.
Full
but you got 3 bars.
You know, let's say you're way ahead and the time's running out.
Wow.
Turn it on. They're chipping away at your meter
Right.
while your health bar is safe. The
Wow.
cool thing about this too is you can turn it off whenever you want to. So if someone's doing a combo to you, you can take half that combo, turn it off. Like there's a lot of different like mind games you can play with it. Some fun stuff that way.
Also, the little demon lady looks really cool.
She does. Another move that's new is Spirit Punch. So he has this punch where he charges it up and lets out just a torrent of these spirits. Now it has a bunch of levels. You can do it just real quick, just knock them away. Hold it down, gives you a crumple state,
Ooh.
Okay.
and then it's time. You know?
Right.
Okay.
Now here's the other thing. This move can be canceled out. So you can turn it on, I can back out,
Okay.
turn it on, back forward. You can put in a move. You can do it during a combo and do it. I'm sorry to say, not great at that, but you can continue pressure like we were talking about
Okay.
earlier. Super cool move. Another move he has that's new is this Shrieking Souls move, where he slides on the ground and knocks you up. This also can be canceled. So once you hit, you can double dash forward and continue a combo. So I can be like
Okay.
Very
like
cool.
that.
You got it.
Okay.
And so that it just always like constant pressure with Ermac. You're continuing moving forward, pressuring them, teleporting
Sometimes
around.
he moves weird.
Just like you were talking about earlier, I love the term you
Sometimes
use,
he
mental
doesn't.
stack.
Yes.
There's so much, just like a lot of our characters, there's so much stuff you have to think about while you're fighting him that could happen at any time.
It also seems like a reoccurring thing here is combo options, possibility, routes. Very cool.
One of my favorite moves he has is this. He's got, this is his only quote-unquote projectile. As you can see, it runs across the ground. You can only do it in the air. If you use meter, it costs 2 bars of meter. You can also do this, and it'll send out these hands,
That's so
which
cool.
will start a combo. Now, this, again, will go back to the knee. The thing that is sort of in the thesis of the story is you can do it from knee, which means if you want to use the bars,
Wow.
you know, end of the round, you can literally come in, do that.
Very cool.
That's Ermac in a nutshell.
Okay.
Lots of cool stuff he can do.
Yeah.
Players who've played him before will get a lot of the same feeling, but there's a depth to him with these cancels, with these air shenanigans, we'll call them, that you can do.
It hardly seems like a fair fight
I
that he
can see
allows
that.
these ghost helpers.
Yeah,
Being
right? That doesn't seem fair.
Right, like it's
Janet
Mortal Kombat, and
already.
ghosts are inherently, they've left this mortal
Put up a
coil.
wall.
Sure have.
Build
And
meter.
yeah, he's got plenty of
And let
help,
them beat up your
Yeah.
meter as you fight.
which is awesome.
I guess they're all part of him, so it's fair.
He is many.
It is him.
Yeah.
It is him still the same. We should
And
definitely
he has
show
1,000
his,
health?
Fatal Blow.
Fatal Blow.
Because it is a projectile.
What?
Yeah, so let's do this.
So, oh, it's a projectile fatal blow. Okay. Full screen. It looks like maybe.
And that is Ermac.
You did pretty good there.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
There's
I'm proud of you.
a couple things I messed up on it. You get nervous when you're doing it.
You're human.
Thank
And you're you.
Yeah, and on me.
Right.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
I really enjoy playing Ermac. Definitely. I mean, I've always loved the character. And
He was your main.
Yep.
He was my main. It's good to see your original main back in the game. So that's super fun for me. Also, though, I super love Movado. Like, I've really been enjoying what I can do with Ermac and Movado. Not that every character works with everybody if you
Right.
figure it out.
Yeah.
But I've really enjoyed this team up.
It's a little duo of yours.
Little duo of mine. So
Little
that's
duo.
what I will be playing through definitely in the next season.
I'm excited to see him back. I really like that era of MK. He's always been a really cool design. I think the like bungee ropes thing are just so unique.
Yeah,
So
super cool.
I think this is a cool one.
I mean, it was the '90s. Leather jacket. You can't go wrong with long leather jacket.
Right.
Like that was just cool. I mean, yeah.
It's done.
Who didn't have one? You know what I mean?
So let's take a look at Movado.
Okay.
So Movado has a bunch of, he does a couple things. He has some setup tools.
Yep.
He has some combo extension tools.
ambushes.
He has a way you can use flawless block to push them back, which I will not be showing. It's in the trailer.
Okay.
I cannot do that. Just a lot of really cool stuff. So let's take a look. One thing he has that's really neat. He'll just throw out this mine, which will pull you forward,
Oh, shoot.
and at the end you're kind of crumpled and knocked down. Now if they can block that.
Was that some red dragon tech right there?
That's right.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like
Reload?
boom.
Created by the same scientist that built Suhao's chest plate.
It sure feels like it, right?
But is it a
So
low?
he's got that. He can also. This is one of my favorites.
Okay,
This is
I'm back.
generally used
You
for a
got
nice
creepy.
combo ender to add some damage. You can do the just fling each other into each other. Can you
Nomad's touch.
80.
explain that? to
That is
people who
that
don't
is
know?
a Cabal move from MK Deception. I'm so excited to have Movado, and he stole his hook swords in Deception. He stole Nomad's touch. What a criminal!
I
I
was gonna
love
say he's a
it.
criminal. I mean, he's a
So
well-known criminal.
boom. He takes a little damage. The other person takes a little bit more. He also has. This is really cool. When you knock them down,
You can put him on the ground.
you can slide out with him at low. And people are like, what does that do? Now it adds a little damage for one. What I enjoy it for is it stops workouts.
Oh.
Wow.
So they just have to hold that.
Yep.
And that's sort of what I've been sort of theory crafting its use as. Super cool though.
Wow. Stop
The two
wakes
other
up.
moves he has, like remember these knees, we talked about these earlier. If they're in the air, he can fly back towards them and knock them back towards you, which is super cool. So you can just do combo continuation. He can also do it from the sky
I was gonna
with a
ask.
different input, which I like showing it like this.
And that is neat because normally you cannot combo after an uppercut.
Some characters can.
Right.
Sonya's, I believe, can. Scorpions, I believe, can. This is a new one that you can do it on, and it's pretty. I slid
He just slid
underneath.
under. He's like, I'm out.
It's pretty easy to do, I think, too. So
Wow.
that's neat. It's depending on what move you're doing to them is what you'll decide to do with either coming forward or dropping down. But for me, I found it really easy. Ermac has a lot of moves that I think it works with really well. I mean, that could be recency bias because I'm playing the characters together, but I've really enjoyed it.
Well, I think one thing that would be cool is he could help extend your combos if you're a character that's not combo focused.
Right.
Or if you are like Ermac and you have a lot of options, you can even go all double down, which I think is one of the coolest things about the cameo system. The ability to kind of, triple, quadruple down, or fill in gaps that you might have.
So, like, this is this basic combo I've been working on at my desk. We'll see if I can pull it off.
I got faith in you.
Okay.
Close.
It was good. It was good. It was good.
So close.
I feel like I should try it one more time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well,
That was it.
One more.
One more. Okay, one more. All right. People are
All
like,
right.
please stop.
I was trying to cover it.
I know. Let's go. Boom. Okay.
All right.
There we
And
are.
there's my guy.
There he is.
Third time's a charm. What do you call that combo?
We are mini.
Nice.
We are
Okay.
mini is what that's called. So that, in a nutshell,
I'm not sure.
is Movado.
Yeah. I think he's gonna. I think the combat pack cameos I think have been really, really cool. How they added the meta. It's great to see. Cameos are almost as important as your roster character, and it's really neat to see the meta shift and evolve as people figure them out.
And a wide variety across them all of what they
Right.
can do. And
Yes.
So that is Ermac, Movado. Some changes coming to the game. We're very excited.
you did really
for.
good.
Yeah.
I think
You're tired? Your thumb's tired at all?
It's always nerve-wracking doing it. We have so many amazing players who are watching who want the skinny.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, I'm not as good as them. But I do want to explain stuff so they're like, oh, I get it. That's cool.
Right.
And I feel like I was able to do that.
You did good. You did
Thanks.
good.
I
didn't-
think this was your best demonstration yet.
Thank you. It helps when you really like the character too, because I really dug in and like tried to learn this stuff.
You can tell.
So cool. So Derek, I believe before we sign off.
Birthdays.
Yeah.
The most important part
Most
of the show.
important part.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say after birthday shoutouts real quick, after the closing, there is a fight that QA did again,
Okay.
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome, and you're gonna want to
Check
stay
out
to
the
the
fight.
end because there's some fun.
Something special.
It's gonna get brutal.
I wish you would have saw
All right. Birthday shout out. Sorry if
the
I
new
mess up your
moves
last
from
name.
other characters.
It happens.
Or first name, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, happy birthday
Okay,
to
hold on.
Lopez Frederico. We're going with that one. Daniel Hurd, Graham Shear,
Like Scorpion's
Michael
move.
Salerno, Jerome Burrell,
Oh, sure.
Pav, happy birthday, Pav, and Sacco, Rohan Williams, Freddie Palma, James Palermo, Palermo, thanks, bud. Tony Smith, Shaji, Nick Niebling, Lauren Seacrest, Robert Lathan, Will Jackson, Ian Boyle, Justin Berkeley, we're almost there. Mark Gorski, Bill Bussing, we'll go with that. Sean Gallagher, and our favorite, Warren Wilkes.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
birthday, Warren
The
Wilkes.
boss.
Awesome. Well, that is the combat cast for today. Before we go, I mean, we're going to go now. We're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
show a fight that QA put together that I think is pretty awesome.
Okay.
So until next time, thank you very much. We can't wait to see you on the next combat.
That was great. I'm excited. When we get him tomorrow. Combat cast one day before.
Your many souls must give you strength. More than you can imagine.
Okay.
Round one, fight.
The QA people know how to play, huh? Wow. Okay. Nice. Okay, Reptile needed that. I'm happy he got it. I like how good this QA fight looks. It's good, you know? They actually got some real gamers playing this game. Look at that damage. You gonna hit over 500? Yep. Wow. 556.
Round
55%.
fight.
No, he messed that up. He messed it up. Honeybee would have got a little bit more damage. Furious. So they need Honeybee to play Reptile next time. Yeah, that's funny.
To the collective. Brutality. Ermac wins.
That is funny. Nice.